Welcome back to Movie Vault. If you thought Squid Game seasons 1 and 2 were intense, then season 3 raises the stakes to a whole new level. With shocking betrayals, psychological mind games, and even deadlier challenges, this season cements Squid Game as one of the most gripping and brutal sagas in modern television. So let's dive into a full, in depth recap of Squid Game season 3, breaking down every major moment, character arc, and jaw dropping twist. Where we left off, a quick recap. At the end of Squid Game Season 2, Gi-hun had once again infiltrated the games. But this time, he wasn't just a participant. He had a mission to take down the organization from the inside. However, the season ended with a devastating twist. Gi-hun's plan failed, and he was recaptured. The frontman crushed a rebellion, ensuring the games continued. Junho, the detective, was revealed to be alive but in deep trouble. Gi-hun's daughter was hinted to be in danger, possibly as leverage against him. With these high stakes, Season 3 wastes no time throwing us right into the fire. Episode 1, A New Nightmare Begins. The games move to a new location. Gi-hun wakes up in a familiar yet different setting. A dormitory filled with terrified contestants, all dressed in red jumpsuits. The walls are cold, metallic, and sterile. However, something is off. The air is different, the climate warmer. Then comes the first gut punch. The Squid Game has moved. This time, the deadly tournament is being held on a private island in Southeast Asia, and the rules are even more brutal. New contestants, new games, new horrors. Gi-hun immediately recognizes some returning survivors from Season 2, including No-Fi, North Korean defector, a master survivalist, crypto scammer, a desperate man looking for redemption. The pregnant woman, now a mother but still trapped in this nightmare. The lone shark, ruthless, stronger than ever. And then there's Player X, a masked contestant who wears a black mask instead of a red jumpsuit. This person knows more than they should. Are they a VIP? A plant? A past winner? Before Gi-hun can dwell on this, the first game begins. The first game, the glass maze. The players are herded into a giant glass labyrinth, a terrifying evolution of the glass bridge challenge from Season 1. The rules? Some glass tiles are solid, others shatter on impact. The maze constantly shifts, making memorization nearly impossible. Players who hesitate for too long? Executed on the spot. As expected, chaos erupts. Players push each other to test the tiles. Screams echo as dozens fall to their deaths. The strongest players form alliances, but even then, trust is fleeting. By the end of the game, only 200 players remain. And then comes the first shocking twist. As the survivors recover, a guard pulls off his mask, revealing his identity. It's Junho. The detective is alive, but he's wearing a guard's uniform. His face is scarred, hardened, and filled with hatred. What has he been through? And more importantly, whose side is he on? Episode 2-3, Alliances and Deception. With fewer players, the psychological warfare begins. Food is scarce. Players are forced to fight for rations. Power dynamics shift. The strongest players begin forming gangs. Trust is dead. Friendships dissolve as the weakest are eliminated. Gi-hun, knowing he needs allies, starts looking for Junho. But Junho is avoiding him. Why? Meanwhile, Player X finally makes their move. The second game, the human chessboard. The next challenge takes place on a life-size chessboard where players are the pieces. If you're captured, you're instantly executed. The VIPs watch and bet on strategies. Player X reveals their identity. Turns out, Player X is a past Squid Game winner. They were forced back into the game by the organization. They have inside knowledge, but their loyalty is questionable. The episode ends with a chilling announcement. The next game will require you to betray your closest ally. Gi-hun stares at Junho. Is he about to lose the only friend he has left? Episode 4-6, The Ultimate Betrayal. Now, only 50 players remain. Gi-hun is haunted by flashbacks to Sang-woo's betrayal in Season 1. No-Fi grows more ruthless, taking out threats in the shadows. The lone shark builds a following, trying to take control of the game. The third game, the trust fall. A seemingly simple challenge. Pick a partner and fall backward into their arms. But there's a cruel twist. If your partner doesn't catch you, you die. Some players are forced to betray loved ones. Others make heartbreaking sacrifices. Gi-hun picks a young teenager, promising to keep him safe. The boy panics and lets him fall. Gi-hun barely survives by grabbing a ledge. The teenager? Executed on the spot. Meanwhile, Junho finally makes his move. He steals a guard's weapon. He initiates a rebellion inside the facility. He tells Gi-hun, "Be ready. The final battle is coming." Final episodes, the last game and the truth behind Squid Game. Only 10 players remain. The frontman reveals the final game, the Squid Game itself. But this time, it's a 5v5 deathmatch. The final showdown. Gi-hun's team fights desperately. Junho faces off against the frontman, his own brother. No-Fi tries to betray Gi-hun, but fails. The climax? Junho kills his brother, but is mortally wounded. Gi-hun wins the Squid Game, but the victory feels hollow. The facility is set to self-destruct, and the VIPs are exposed. As the smoke clears, it seems like the nightmare is finally over. But then, the final scene. A new frontman steps forward. He removes his mask. It's Gi-hun. Was this his plan all along? Or has he become the very thing he swore to destroy? Final thoughts and Season 4 setup. Season 3 pushes the series to its absolute limits. The psychological warfare, the bigger betrayals, and the deeper mysteries make this the most intense season yet. The ending sets up a massive war between the elite and the survivors. What did you think? Let me know in the comments. And as always, stay tuned for more deep dives from Movie Vault.